Welcome to Sports Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of athletic icons, and I'm your host, Howard Closewell. Today, we're going to explore the extraordinary life of Connie Mack, a name synonymous with baseball excellence, but also a man of remarkable depth and complexity. As we embark on this biographical journey, you'll discover that Connie Mack's story is one of perseverance, innovation, and a passion for the game that transcended generations. Born Cornelius McGillicuddy on December 22, 1862, in East Brookfield, Massachusetts, Connie Mack's early life was marked by a blend of Irish heritage and New England practicality. His parents, Michael and Mary McGillicuddy, were immigrants from Ireland who worked tirelessly to provide for their family, instilling in young Connie the values of hard work and determination. The rustic charm of rural Massachusetts, with its rolling hills and quaint towns, would later influence Connie's approach to baseball, as he often drew parallels between the game and the land. Growing up in a rural town, Connie developed a strong connection with nature and the outdoors, which would later shape his philosophy on the importance of patience, persistence, and harmony with one's surroundings. As a child, Connie was fascinated by the game of baseball, which was rapidly gaining popularity across America during the late 19th century. He spent hours playing catch with his friends, honing his skills, and dreaming of one day becoming a professional player. The historical context of Connie's early years was significant, as the country was still reeling from the Civil War and undergoing rapid industrialization. Baseball, with its emphasis on teamwork, strategy, and fair play, became a symbol of American values and a source of national pride. As we explore Connie Mack's life, it's essential to consider the social and cultural landscape of his time, for it was an era that shaped not only the game, but also the man. Connie's family moved to East Brookfield's neighboring town, Brookfield, when he was a young boy, and it was there that he attended local schools and developed his love for baseball. He was an average student, but his passion for the game drove him to excel on the field, where he quickly became known for his exceptional catching skills and keen baseball instincts. The influence of his parents, particularly his father, a farmer and a lover of sports, cannot be overstated. Michael McGillicuddy encouraged Connie's interest in baseball, recognizing the value of physical activity and competitive spirit in shaping his son's character. As Connie entered his teenage years, he began to play organized baseball, joining local teams and competing against neighboring towns. These early experiences not only refined his skills but also taught him valuable lessons about teamwork, discipline, and sportsmanship. The late 19th century was a time of great social change, with immigration, urbanization, and technological advancements transforming the American landscape. Baseball, with its roots in rural America, was evolving into a national pastime, reflecting the country's growing diversity and complexity. As Connie navigated this changing world, he began to realize that baseball was not just a game but a microcosm of society, with all its complexities and contradictions. In the summer of 1884, Connie Mack's life took a significant turn when he joined the Meriden team in the Connecticut State League, marking the beginning of his professional baseball career. This pivotal moment would set him on a path that would lead to unimaginable success, innovation, and a lasting impact on the game of baseball. It's a tale of perseverance, of passion, and of the power of sports to shape our lives and our communities. As Connie Mack's professional career gained momentum, he found himself at the forefront of a rapidly evolving game, one that was being reshaped by the introduction of the pitching rubber in 1893 and the emergence of legendary players like Cy Young and Honus Wagner. The late 19th century was a transformative period for baseball, marked by a series of innovations that would forever alter the fabric of the sport. Mack's own playing career was marked by his exceptional catching skills, earning him a reputation as one of the finest backstops of his era. In 1886, he joined the Washington Nationals, where he would spend the next several seasons honing his craft and developing a deep understanding of the game. As the first reflect on Mack's journey, I am reminded of the words of the great baseball sage Branch Rickey, who once observed that the game is a test of character, a crucible in which the metal of men is tried. For Mack, this crucible was not just about personal achievement, but about the pursuit of excellence, the relentless drive to improve and to innovate. His transition from player to manager was seamless as he took the helm of the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1894. His managerial debut was marked by a series of innovative tactics, including the use of defensive shifts and aggressive base running. These unorthodox strategies often raised eyebrows among his contemporaries, but they ultimately contributed to his team's success. As Mack himself once observed, the key to winning is not just about having the best players, but about outsmarting your opponents and exploiting their weaknesses. This philosophy was at the heart of his managerial approach, a blend of tactical genius and psychological insight that allowed him to get the most out of his players. One of the most significant events of Mack's managerial career occurred on July 4, 1901, when his Pittsburgh Pirates faced off against the Brooklyn Superbays. The game was a nail-biter, with the Pirates ultimately emerging victorious in a thrilling 5-4 contest. This win marked a turning point for the team, as they went on to capture the National League pennant that season. The scene in Exposition Park that day was electric, with a crowd of over 10,000 fans cheering on their beloved Pirates. The air was thick with tension as the two teams battled it out, each side refusing to yield. Mack's leadership and strategic acumen were instrumental in this success, earning him widespread recognition as one of the premier managers of his time. His ability to read the game, to anticipate the moves of his opponents, and to adjust his strategy accordingly was unparalleled. As the great baseball writer Damon Runyon once noted, Mack was a master of the game, a chess player who always thought several moves ahead. Mack's relationship with his players was also noteworthy, as he fostered a sense of camaraderie and teamwork that was rare in the early days of professional baseball. He was particularly close to his star player, Honus Wagner, whom he had signed to the Pirates in 1896. The two men developed a deep respect for one another, both on and off the field. As Wagner once remarked, "Mr. Mack was more than just a manager to me. He was a mentor and a friend." This bond between player and manager was a hallmark of Mack's tenure with the Pirates, and it played a significant role in the team's success during the early 20th century. In many ways, Mack's approach to managing was akin to that of a great conductor leading an orchestra. He knew how to bring out the best in each of his players, how to harmonize their individual talents into a cohesive unit. This was evident in the way he handled Wagner, who was not only a brilliant player, but also a complex and sometimes difficult personality. Mack's ability to manage Wagner's ego, to channel his energy and talent into positive performances on the field, was a key factor in the Pirates' success during this period. In 1901, Mack made the bold decision to leave Pittsburgh and join the newly formed American League as the manager of the Philadelphia Athletics. The Athletics quickly became a force to be reckoned with, thanks in large part to Mack's shrewd personnel decisions and innovative tactics. On September 9, 1902, the Athletics faced off against the St. Louis Browns, with Mack's team emerging victorious in a dominant 10-1 performance. This win marked a milestone for the franchise as they began to establish themselves as a legitimate contender in the American League. As the years passed, Mack continued to innovate and adapt, always seeking new ways to gain an edge over his opponents. He was a true pioneer, a man who helped shape the sport into what it is today. His influence on the game of baseball was profound, and his legacy extends far beyond his impressive managerial record. The impact of his work can still be felt, from the defensive shifts that have become a staple of modern baseball to the emphasis on teamwork and camaraderie that he fostered in his players. As the years went by, Connie Mack continued to shape the game of baseball, leaving an indelible mark on the sport that would be felt for generations to come. His later years were marked by a series of notable achievements, including his induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1937, a testament to his enduring legacy that transcended his impressive managerial record and spoke to the very fabric of the game. The ceremony, held on June 12, 1939, was a grand affair, with Mack being honored alongside other baseball luminaries, including Babe Ruth and Cy Young. As he accepted the accolade, Mack's eyes sparkled with pride, his voice trembling with emotion as he reflected on a lifetime of dedication to the sport. Mack's final years with the Philadelphia Athletics were marked by a decline in fortunes, but he remained committed to the team, refusing to relinquish control even as his health began to falter. His dedication was unwavering, a testament to the passion that had driven him throughout his career. As he once said, "I'd rather be a failure on my own than a success with someone else's money," a sentiment that encapsulated his unyielding spirit and independence. This stubborn resolve was a hallmark of Mack's personality, a trait that had served him well in his early years as a manager, when he had to navigate the treacherous waters of baseball politics and negotiate with recalcitrant owners. As the years took their toll on Mack's physical health, his mind remained sharp, his eyes still twinkling with the fire of competition. He would often be seen pacing the dugout, his trademark suit and fedora a stark contrast to the more casual attire of his players. His presence was a reminder that, even in decline, the Athletics were still a team to be reckoned with, their legacy forged in the crucible of Mack's unyielding ambition. In 1950, at the age of 87, Mack finally retired as manager of the Athletics, bringing to a close an era that had spanned over 5 decades. The news was met with widespread tributes and accolades as the baseball world came together to pay homage to a true giant of the game. The circumstances of his death, on February 8, 1956, were marked by a sense of sadness and loss, but also by a deep appreciation for the life he had lived and the legacy he had left behind. As news of his passing spread, tributes poured in from across the baseball world, with players, managers, and owners all paying their respects to a man who had given so much to the sport. The funeral, held at the Cathedral of Saints Peter and Paul in Philadelphia, was a grand affair, with dignitaries from across the sporting world in attendance. As the mourners filed past the casket, they were reminded of the immense impact Mack had had on the game, his influence extending far beyond the confines of the playing field. Today, Connie Mack is remembered as one of the greatest managers in baseball history, a man whose influence extends far beyond his impressive one-loss record. His emphasis on teamwork, strategy, and player development helped shape the modern game, while his commitment to integrity and fair play set a standard for generations to come. As baseball historian Bill James once observed, Mack was the first great manager, and he may still be the greatest, a testament to the enduring power of his legacy. Mack's impact can be seen in the countless managers who have followed in his footsteps, men like Casey Stengel and Joe McCarthy, who learned from his example and built on his innovations. His story serves as a reminder of the importance of dedication, perseverance, and passion, qualities that have inspired countless individuals both on and off the field. Mack's legacy extends far beyond the playing field, a testament to the power of sport to inspire and uplift us. In many ways, Mack's story is a quintessential American tale, a narrative of self-reliance and determination that resonates deeply with our national psyche. Like the country itself, Mack was a true pioneer, forging a new path and creating opportunities for others to follow in his footsteps. His impact on the game of baseball has been likened to that of a founding father, a man who helped shape the sport into what it is today. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.